This is Professor Bill here. This is Race Spec America's Tuesday. We're just seeing the beginning of qualifying right now. We have our first comparison coming out on the track. We see Sergeant. I hope everyone's having a good night so far on Tuesday. I'm excited to be back streaming Tuesday night races. And cautious around the final corner. First lap, very green. Definitely not going to want to potentially spin. Very easy for the first two corners looking reckless through the curves. And almost recap, Gunner's ball dance. As Harmison goes two wheels onto the grass on the outside there. Coming into the uphill section as well to not go too wide. It's very nice coming through turn 9. His teammate not far behind, potentially trying to capitalize on a little bit of the slipstream behind him. I'm just taking it very steady through these last couple of corners. Definitely takes a good chunk of that first curve, but doesn't unsettle the car too much. And what's the first benchmark going to be? It's going to be a 1:18.7, so definitely more on the conservative side. And it looks like maybe Sargent's lap wasn't validated. Fox goes faster by 0.3 with an 18.4. And Larry Page does an 18.8, and Porsche goes fastest with a 17.1. Although that might have been on a separate track layout, so who knows what this guy's up to. The Dirty Diesel goes up into 5th place with an 18.873, so just behind Flowery. Tito's just started their flying line. Let's check on Sweaty Tom. Looks like it's another spin. That looks like one of the Alpha Tauris in Sector 3. Tom starting out on the mediums. I think that's going to be the better strategy for the alternate way of getting around. It's very close to Alfa Romeo there. Gets good traction coming out of the hairpin. Hits that apex nicely. Does a really nice job managing the last chicane. Coming around the last corner. On the medium tire, it's going to be 17.3. So puts him 2nd place right behind Porsche. So that is a very good time, especially on the mediums. Let's see who's around setting laps. Sparty coming up to the 2nd DRS zone. Into the hairpin. Takes that quite nicely. Lifts just going over the bump, not to unsettle the car. Hopefully this traffic doesn't get too much in the way. Looks like it'll be just fine. Very easy on the throttle at the last corner. Right now that's going to put him P8 with an 18.6. So maybe next run could be a little more aggressive as his body warms up a bit more. Is about to start his flying lap. Like there's another yellow flag, and that might be Rockman actually. Oh, sorry, I might have sounded a little bit quiet. Let me know if this is any better. As Mr. Naz is coming through the final chicane. On the soft tire, that's only going to be good enough for P10 with a 118.9. Alonso on a flying lap right now on some new softs. Goes slightly wide at the beginning of Sector 3, but does a good job to recover it. Chooses not to go onto the curbs leading into that right-hander. A little bit of a correction coming through the final corner. And that puts the Haas third with a just a hundredth behind Freelance Tom, who I think initially set that time of a 17.3 on mediums. So great lap from Alonso there. Spidey going slow, just trying to get out of the way of Inca. Oh, and Inca drops it, just dipping a little too much tire onto the curb there. And Harm Assist is plus 3/10 on his previous lap, so let's see if Fox will improve on his time at all. Just under a tenth of an improvement. So ideally, I mean, if he improves by 4/10 and gets an 18 flat, that'll put him right next to Sparty. Oh! And he's going to go right into the wall instead. That was a big hit. And hopefully he's just careful of any drivers that are coming behind him. He's got some time right now. It's lucky he didn't DNF from that. He's able to drive back to the pits. He's locking up a little bit. Coming through turn 9. Keeps that pretty stable. Oh no, they keep switching there. Missing the apex a little bit on the hairpin. Seems fully committed on that part of Sector 3 through the bump. Oh, but just goes a little bit too wide and invalidates there. 2 seconds slower. Alonso goes P4, improves his time by a second and a half to 1:17.7. Sargent is up by half a second. Right now that would put him in the range of Sub and Inca. Let's see, will he carry that through the last couple corners? And he goes second, so right now it's a Alpine 1-2. Porsche did a crazy time of 16.7. Didn't see that from earlier. Oh, Sargent and Harmacist are very close. I wonder what this is about. Because Harmacist is on an outlap, but it looks like Sargent was on a flyer. Well, that doesn't seem very well communicated at all. I don't know what's happening. And Harmacist improves by half second. It goes P7. Wow, a couple of these times are very close. Either separated just by a hundredth here, or all within the same tenth. Thank you, Shady. Yeah, I'm just okay, thank you, cool. Oh, and Flowery drops it just as I was about to go on board. It's apparently a purple first sector for Fox. Maybe now the track has started to grip in a little bit more as we end the session. Oh, and he goes outside the white line and invalidates. And Harmacist is retired. Guess they've had enough. And 3/10 up on his time. So provisionally that'll put him next to his teammate, Sparty. Let's see how much more he can get out of the third sector. And it goes P6. So shaves out about another 4/10 in that third sector, it looks like, with a 17.697. I think Sub is currently on a lap. A 10th better on his sector 1 time. It's saying it's purple. Oh, Inca has beat out Porsche with a 16.6. I keep missing all these times that pop up to the front. We're still up, or sorry, Sub's still up a 10th and a half. It's gonna beat Sharky. Just barely. Sparty is up by half a second. Oh no, sorry. A 10th is said. Oh, and there he goes. That corner has taken plenty of laps tonight. Might take a few more in the race. Is Alonso going to improve? No, he stays in 5th. And Sub is done. Is Sargent pushing? It doesn't seem like it. No. I think that is it for the rest of qualifying. So Inca takes pole with a 1:16.682 with Porsche right next to him on a 1:16.789, and Tito finishes it out in P3 with a 1:17.194. Behind after that we have Freelance Tom, Alonso in P5, Sub in P6, Sharky in P7, Harmesis in P8, Diesel in 9th, Sargent in 10th, Sparty 11th, Larry 12th, Fox 13th, Naz in 14th, Rockman in 15th, Dirth, Toger, Zanger, Carrito, and Shady finished out the rest of the grid. about to go ahead and get started here. And then we have our lovely AWS pit strategy, which of course is always accurate, because there's never a safety car. I always forget what I actually want here. Tires first. So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to have to definitely remember that Tom is starting on mediums, and it'll be very important for him to make sure he doesn't either lose too many places, and if he can, try to gain some if possible. And Sparty is going to have a great advantage of being on new mediums. He's going to hope that everyone in the top 10 fights on those used softs, and he'll be able to breeze past later. Mr. Naz and Toger are actually the two outliers electing to start on fresh softs outside the top 10. So they're anticipating for an early safety car, so then they can kind of hop back onto the correct strategy, or say, first strategy. Alright, and as the front runners are getting lined up here to the front, we'll get settled in here soon. Alright, I wish all the drivers good luck, and hopefully you get a clean start here. Alright, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go here in Spain. And let's see. Inca gets a very good start. Porsche gets overtaken by his teammate Tito. Porsche and Tom are going side by side. Porsche goes flying up, back up to take his place. Everyone's going around turn 3. Looks like we lost Sargent down into turn 1, but it looks like for the most part everyone is through safely. Shady is already up into P12 after starting last. And it looks like there might be more collisions happening. Sargent goes flying down the inside of Zenga there. Looks like Toger might have had a spin too. And who's that? Looks like Dearth. Saucy trying to go down the inside of Corrido, giving him a hard time. I'm actually not sure who overtook who. And that's Toger, who's already spun in the second sector, but has not DNF'd, crucially. It looks like Porsche is actually just trying to give a bump draft to his teammate, maybe. What is he? Just goes a little bit wide. It looks like there's a bit of a team play there. Tito more or less lets through Porsche. Oh, but now Tito loses it getting too much onto the grass as he's going side by side with Tom, and he loses it there. Alonso and Sharky are now going side by side. Is Sharky going to be left the room? Yes, they're both sensible about it. That was good racing. Tito's gotten a 10-second track penalty for corner cutting. So what happened there? Doesn't look like he has damage. Just unfortunately has that penalty. And the two Ferraris are very far behind. Oh, and Sharky spun. He's definitely had a moment. He's lost plenty of places. And now he's going to be put under attack from Rockman. He's not going to go for the move here. Oh, but he will tap him actually. Now that's definitely going to give a angsty Carrito incentive to try to get through himself. As Harm Assistant and Tito both pit. Porsche doing well to stay close to Inca. Definitely managed to catch up a little bit more to the gap. Oh, and what happened to Tom? No. Oh, it seems like that corner of the third sector just shot him out. Oh, he's got to be really careful not to either get disqualified or DNF. Seems like he's made it, but oh, what a hit to his race. It is not over yet though. Tito's bouncing across some curves. Yeah, Spain is definitely it's a hard track to race on for sure, but it's just as hard to even drive it yourself, as there's this whole pack going on right now. As Carrito's getting past more and more people, as it looks like both the Alfa Romeos just hit each other. And Zanger's trying to go up the inside of the Red Bull here. Oh, not the gap I want to see. Oh man, this is really nuts. And they go 3 wide into this turn. I don't know how someone didn't spin there. Still going side by side. Dirty tries to go down the inside there, the hairpin, pushes Rockman kind of wide. They're still going side by side. Finally, Dirty concedes, but kind of leaves the door open for Rockman. Rockman thinks better of it. Let's try to check back in with people at the front. There's a lot of chaos going on all of a sudden. Sublime still holding the starting position in 6th. Shady, on lap 5, is already up into P4 from last. Okay. His teammate Alonso is just ahead by only 1.5 seconds. Porsche has gotten past Inca. Excuse me. It looks like Sub is starting to close in on Diesel a little bit more. But it's right about now that these soft tires start to go off. Usually pitting early would be around lap 6, but the pit window opens lap 7. So they've definitely gone past their prime and they're now in the last waning stages. It's definitely now the mediums that kind of start to have equal performance. Look at how fast Sub is closing in on Diesel with the use of the DRS there. It's extremely powerful here in Spain, especially because everyone has to run such high downforce for so many of the long corners through the track. And two Hasses definitely looking very strong. And unfortunately, Tidio has DNF'd and left the session. So that is going to be less points for Alpine. I think Shady will get past Alonso on this next straight. What is it? Looks like maybe Diesel locked up a little bit. The Sub seems to inch his way closer, 10th by 10th. Oh, he keeps going a little bit wide at that corner. And gives himself a 3-second penalty for that. Maybe it's because of the new shoes. Sparty trying to just use the DRS and maybe save a little bit of the battery as it gets closer and closer. The Sharky and Corrido are now going at it. There's a little bit of a battle also back here with Dirth, Naz, and Flowery. I think the two Ferraris are just having some fun. Come on, guys. You can go faster. Be like me on Sunday. Porsche pulling a healthy lead now of 2 seconds away from Inca. And Shady actually managed to get past Alonso before the main straight. And Dirthy pits now. So that is the end of lap 7. So it seems like a couple other people are actually going to extend for one more. Rockman and Zanger also come out, so he's gonna come out in front of Tom, who unfortunately had that big off in the third sector. So let's see. Diesel's 32 seconds away from Porsche. He's gonna be on Old Softs along with Inca. As it looks like Toger is off in the third sector. He's about to get lapped. No safety car. Diesel not seemingly gaining any time so far. Whoa, as there's a big off by Rockman. Rockman hits the brakes a little bit early and I think just does the smarter move of letting Zanger go. And Sharky gets past his teammate Sparty. As Tom gets another, or his first penalty? Yeah. So I think Tom, after having that big off, he's going to Oh, it looks like a Ferrari's off after on the main straight after the final corner. I don't know if that was maybe a collision with his teammate. Looks like Saucy here is very eager to get by Mr. Naz. But with them both having the DRS, it's going to be very tricky. Saucy thinks about going down the inside and doesn't really want to do it, but Naz left the door open. Sharky and Sparty both stay out another lap. Alonso goes in. So now let's see where Diesel is gonna wind up with Alonso. It looks like Alonso's safe and still got in front of Rockman, who had that tough battle earlier. Looks like Carrillo's closing up the sub very quickly. Will sub pit this lap? We'll have to see. Or is he going to try to hold up Carrillo for other people? Let's see, he's getting closer and closer. He's definitely going to have the use of the DRS. So sub stays out. He's going to try to hold up Carrillo. Something very similar happened on Sunday. But Carrillo gets by. Plenty of room into the braking zone. So very good driving so far. Looks like Inca has just gone kind of off, as those soft tires by now are gotta be falling apart, but maybe I don't know if they'd be trying to extend it still to a one stop, but yeah, those soft tires definitely aren't going to be feeling great. Even the mediums after 12 laps, 10, 12 laps, they feel pretty bad too. Saying you're trying to put some pressure on Saucy. Oh, his diesel spun. That's unfortunate. And Carrillo's picked up a 3-second time penalty. So now plenty more people have pit. Let's see, where's Inca gonna come out? Ooh, that was close, but Inca just manages to stay ahead of Fox. Was yet to pit. That was very important, as Sargent has been lapped, or is being lapped. So now Inca has to do everything he can to try to close up to the 4 cars in front of him. All of which seem to be comfortably within his pit stop window. So now Porsche goes in. Shady is going to stay out. Obviously still on mediums. Carrillo now passes Porsche. Let's see. Porsche still going. So Inca has pit. And Porsche stays ahead by Just a little over a second. Now under a second. Because tires are that 1 lap warmer and already scrubbed in. So Porsche's still going to be vulnerable here. Alonso goes wide at the hairpin. Oh, sorry, Saucy does. Oh, and we have another spin. That looks like Toger again. And Saucy goes in. Oh, and is that a safety car? It is a safety car! As Saucy just goes into the pit, so that is perfectly timed for him. Now, plenty of other people are going to be going into the pits for sure. It was a pretty exciting first 13 laps to that. It definitely calmed down in portions there as cars grouped up more and more. So now this is gonna give, well, let's see if I don't know whether, I mean, you would assume everyone else is gonna pit. I don't think Carito would not box. Yeah, okay. And everyone's just trying to follow the Delta. And Sub does manage to beat Sparty coming out of the pits there. And now we wait for everyone to catch up. Shady on soft tires with more than half of the race distance to go. So, he started last on the mediums. Now I assume it's going to go soft. Carito is on the hard tires, and we'll go to the end. But hards are, I mean, they'll easily last, 18 laps or whatever it is. They will be, I assume, over a second, near a second slower per lap. And if Carito still has to work through some of this traffic of Inca and Porsche who are on the faster tire and definitely not slowing their own rights at all, this could be troublesome for Mr. Dorito. And here we have the 40-something-year-old 5'6" middle-aged man who is actually not that at all in the Haas. We have a Sublime in an orange car. So he needs to learn his Citrus. Insane Sparty. I'd be insane too if I was a father. Fox. Sharky. He knows how to make a video. This is now just turning into bios for every driver based on how I know them. Or don't. And that's it. Safety car's in this lap. So when is Shady gonna go? So it looks like there's a big gap forming towards the back there. Shady still hasn't gone yet. And he goes now. How much this gets a 5-second? What is going on here at the back? Sharky seems to get past there. Something definitely happened with these last two. Oh, and Credo spun. I didn't see how or why that happened. Oh, I can't speak now. Dirt locks up a little bit. Going to turn. I feel like I've missed every important pass so far. Well, they're all important. Right, guys? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Shady already pulling out at a definitive gap with those soft tires. As there's another yellow flag, as it looks like maybe a couple cars tangled together. It seemed to be Saucy who lost it in the beginning of the third sector. Rockman and Sergeant getting very close. Oh, never mind. Sergeant's the back marker. Come on, Inca. Do something. Well, so now I guess the question is, when is Shady gonna pit? And where is that gonna put him? So I guess tentatively right now, Porsche is still leading because I think those softs can, or those mediums can go at the end, but they're, I mean, it's gonna be tough. Oh, as Sparty maybe thought about overtaking Sharky. Maybe they're on the 200 IQ strat with the hard tires and they'll actually last comfortably to the end. Corrido tried to do the same thing and spun, but I guess that's the Williams for you. Alonso trying to get just a little bit closer and within the DRS still of Inca. This Shady continues to set faster laps. Yeah, let's see if Inca can do anything to Porsche. Seems to be the closest battle here. Oh, as I say, that looks like Naz has gotten past Mr. Fox. Flower getting a little thrown off guard with Diesel. And Harmesis goes up the inside of Saucy. Definitely gonna have to try to keep an eye on this group here. Sharky is pulled away by over a second from his teammates, so ooh, getting very close. Oh, tapping. There's contact there. Oh, and what just happened with this? Well, it looks like there was a bit of a tangle with Harmesis and Rockman. Oh, it looks like Harmesis might be admitting fault and trying to right it by letting Rockman through. That's at least showing good sportsmanship, if that's the case. Credo now trying to make up ground once more, going side by side with Diesel. Doing well. Both drivers doing well to give each other room, but Diesel's conceding there. It's definitely important, like for Corrido, to catch people at the right time on the lap, especially when you try to overtake people. Ooh, as Flowery almost gets out of shape. But the reason I say that is because sometimes you can almost tell when say two drivers in front of you are fighting with each other. Sometimes it's better to just let them solve their fight first and then overtake them individually, rather than almost get caught up in their fight. If that makes any sense. Oh, looks like Alonso definitely had a moment. And now he's going side by side with Fox. They almost make contact, and this is kind of exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. So, like, I mean, Flowery luckily was actually far enough behind where he wasn't in getting contact at all with Alonso or Fox, and then was able to just go right past both of them. In theory, that's what I mean. Inca's still putting good pressure on Porsche, not letting him get away. It looks like Rockman is retired. Inca's having to use a lot of battery. Porsche though looks like it has a little bit more than Inca does. Oh, it goes wild and loses some momentum coming through the final sector there. Still doing a good job hanging on to a solid fourth. We're gonna have to see, I mean, with 10 laps to go, I would assume Shady's gonna pit in the next maybe lap or two. Oh, who is that? So, was that actually Alonso who went off just there? As Carrito gets past Flyer Page, and Diesel gets past Fox. Ooh, Flyer Page almost lost it on the curbs there. Carrito's out of battery at this point. Flyer Page still has about, it looks at least 50% left. Oh, there's a. I keep just missing things. Looks like Inca got past Porsche. So let's see with DRS open. He is gaining on Inca, but not by a huge amount, but he's getting almost no battery to use. So now Porsche's going to see that red light flashing. And so if I were him, I would just use that as a sign to just sit behind a couple laps, let Inca kind of use up any remainder of battery that he has, to just, you know, save up some myself before eventually passing. Just checking to see if there's any other close fights. Fox and Diesel are still definitely close, but Diesel is on, well, the softer tire, but significantly older at this point. Let's see, is Carrito going to make up another position here to coming down the main straight? Oh, and it looks like Saucy is actually heading off. Carrito DRS open. Naz weaving about. He goes defensive. And Carrito swoops around the outside and gets the overtake done. So it doesn't look like now the gap is increasing at all from Shady to Inca. As Porsche continues to sit behind and is slowly building up his battery. As we have another yellow flag. And was that Carrito? That was Carrito. He has no end plate. So it looks like he dropped it coming out of, I think maybe that was turn 7 or 8. That's like one of 2 slingshots around here in Spain. So now he will surely have to pit again. So this has almost brought any hopes of a substantial amount of points to an end for Carrito. Has something else just happened? Oh, looks like Sparty spun maybe. So I'm not sure what happened to Sparty there, but that's unfortunate for him. So the gap has definitely come down about 2/10 since I last looked, and it's falling down faster and faster since those soft tires have got to be completely destroyed by now. but Shady's gonna go on another lap. I mean, I assume he's gonna finish the race on those, but that's gonna be definitely a challenge. Let's see if Sparta can go for a move on Corrido down the main straight. He's already out of a second. Come on, Sparty. Use the battery. Too late. Actually closed this DRS there. Oh, almost runs into the back of Mr. Naz. Flyer Page must have sped in the pit lane. He's got 8 seconds worth of penalties. Oh, and was that Sparty? Poor Sparty. I thought I just saw someone else get a penalty? Or I think that was actually Flower getting the move done on Mr. Ness. Oh, this Flower almost drives just off the track by himself. That might have been a loss of traction actually. This Corrido takes the fastest lap. Porsche still within striking distance here, but just barely. Definitely seems to got a good run through the chicane there. Again, Inca has no battery, and Porsche just cruising, saving his. And actually the gap to Shady has stabilized a little bit, still at around 8.5 seconds. I don't know how Shady drives like that. Oh, and Sharky has gone around in those hard tires. Is he gonna lose the... Well, his teammate is in a ghost car being a lap down. They can still race together. I thought I just missed something. Oh, it's whoa. Looks like Flower Page got some wing damage, missing an end plate. I wonder what the tire wear is at right now for Shady. Especially that front left, I mean... what, it tells you to pit after 7 laps? So I would imagine, twice as many as that? Like the tires got to be close to 70–80% or something, so it's likely for him to get a flat, I guess. Porsche still nice and close to Inca. And has done a very good job actually this whole race of not picking up a penalty yet. But I'm sure we'll want to get it on track. This is the closest he's been, it looks like, through the chicane. And Inca actually pits. Weirdly enough. So now that's going to let Sublime go. So maybe Inca wants to just try to take away fastest lap. Oh, now the gap has gone down 2 seconds. I don't know if Shady's had a moment or if those softs are finally about to explode. There's another yellow flag. Who was that? Is that Porsche? And Shady's left front tire does go out. I called that. So this puts Porsche into P1. What are the penalties right now? As there's another yellow flag. The sub has a 3-second penalty, but he is... he is... oh man. Like Shady is only 4.8 away. Can he do this lap and one more? Oh, in old mediums, I don't know if sub can do it. Diesel and Mr. Naz are still relatively close. Doesn't seem to be many other people that close on track. Shady now just 4.1 seconds away. Porsche started the final flying lap on those mediums. Sub on 20 lap old mediums and Porsche on 19 respectively. With the gap now down to 3.8, 3.7. It's every part of the corner he's gaining now. Shady sets a purple first sector. The gap now just under 3 seconds. Zanger and Sansi about to go side by side. And we'll come on board here with Porsche as he comes into the final sector here. I didn't say anything all stream, but I'll say it now as he comes around the final corner, as he goes into the pits. That is, will he win? Okay, he does take the win through the pits. I was gonna say he's done a great job, and Shady does get Sublime. So Shady still keeps his podium place, even after his tire blew out with 2 laps to go. But what a great drive by Porsche. Didn't seem to make any mistakes and had really great pace the whole time fighting with Inca and Shady. Credo's gonna finish all the way up in 10th from starting Peanut. Oh, as he just crosses the line after it crashes into the wall. Oh, and gets pushed down into 11th. Flyer Page still coming. Coming around to finish. And that'll be it for Tuesday Americas at Spain. Congrats to Porsche, Shady, and Sub on the podium. That was definitely a great drive. And here we go, just to get the results. Porsche taking P1 from the front row. Just having the better strategy than Inca. But Inca still definitely had an amazing race. So Porsche, Shady, and Sub in the top 3 places, with Inca, Sharky, Naz, Diesel, and Saucy. Alonso and Harmacist in the top 10. And it looks like after penalties, it's Corrido, Flowery, Zanger, Fox, Sparty, Sargent, Rockman, Tom, Toger, and Tito, who DNF'd. Well, my name has been Professor Phil. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Sorry we had a little bit of a break there, but hopefully we'll be back each Tuesday to stream these races.